If you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror, or your bank account, or the city that you live in, or your relationships, maybe it's time to do something about it. If the inner critic is paralyzing you, keep listening. We all have that nagging voice inside our heads, the inner critic that constantly judges and undermines our self-worth. But how can we silence this inner critic and cultivate self-compassion? In this video, we will explore effective strategies to help you stop your inner critic and nurture a kinder relationship with yourself. But before that, it is story time. So if you do not know my story, when I was 16 years old, I was gang raped, I was drugged, and I was filmed. And that made me very suicidal. When I was in the hospital, I saw a beautiful future self of mine that I looked like right now. But back then, I was overweight, I suffered with severe cystic acne, and the scars still remain on my face. And I had seizures and multiple other diseases. So from the age of 16 until now, I battled with something called negative self-talk. And that negative self-talk would always remind me of how bad I was, how fat I was, how ugly I was, and why did this happen to me? So my inner critic, my negative self, was constantly there as a shadow with me. And I had to do a lot of healing, a lot of positive psychology, a lot of affirmations, a lot of other things to really boost up my confidence, because my main question was, why am I so ugly? And I had to change that. And today, I can truly tell you that when I look in the mirror, I tell myself, I am so beautiful. Whereas back then, when I looked in the mirror, the first thing that would come up is, ew, I'm so ugly. I have such bad scars, or I'm so fat, or I have flabby arms. Those were my thoughts when I was growing up. And I had to change all that. So in this video, I'm gonna show you strategies how you can combat your inner negative self-talk. So understand the characteristics of your inner critic. The inner critic triggers our self-protection mode, diminishing our trust and confidence. It amplifies the feelings of shame and insecurity, making it harder for us to take risks and trust our choices. It often projects our own insecurities onto others, leading to misunderstandings and strained relationships. So, number 1, engage your inner champion and inner editor. You are not alone in this battle against your own inner critic. Within you, there are voices that can counteract its negativity. So your inner champion reminds you of your strengths, your resilience, and the times you have overcome challenges. Your inner editor offers constructive self-coaching, helping you to learn from your mistakes and encouraging personal growth. Number 2, think differently. Challenge negative thoughts. Negative thoughts generated by our inner critic can be irrational and deeply ingrained. By becoming aware of these thoughts, we can challenge and reframe them. For example, I used to say, no one will love me for who I am. Naming the thought makes it easier to counteract it. You can ask yourself, is the thought that I'm thinking true? How bad would it really be if that happened? How would I cope if the worst came to pass? This exercise provides a reality check, allowing you to realize that your fears are often exaggerated, putting some distance between yourself and your catastrophic thinking. Helps you reason that even the worst were to happen, you have the resilience to cope. And next, practice self-compassion. Instead of berating yourself with self-criticism, practice self-compassion. Be mindful and accepting of your thoughts and your emotions. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges. Cultivating self-compassion allows you to address negative emotions and nurture a healthier relationship with yourself. So, stopping your inner critic takes time by practice. By understanding its characteristics, engaging your inner champion, an inner editor, and challenging your negative thoughts and practicing self compassion, trust me, you can gradually silence the voice that undermines your self worth. Remember, you deserve kindness, acceptance, and the freedom to be your authentic self. And if you still feel that you need professional help, then reach out to me and my team, and we will be happy to sit down with you and go through just questions and answers, a conversation to find out how we can support you in your journey so that you live your journey with ease and grace. Metamorphosis, not medication. Namaste.